en bide visce pestore.
Eivor, I'm pleased you came. Welcome to my estate, old friend.
Thane Elfgard. It's an impressive amount of land you oversee.
Quite right. I often get lost swimming to my island in this flowing sea of wheat.
You're flush with land and crops, to be sure. You're a brave man to flaunt your riches from this lonely hill.
It's not bravery, it's trust. I trust the respect I've earned keeps Saxon and Dane alike from temptation.
You said you had something to show me when we last spoke. What did you mean?
Yes, I did. Observe. This fine specimen belonged to our beloved elderman, Hunbeort, before his untimely passing. He left it here when we last hunted together. I now wish you to have it.
This has the feeling of a bribe, Ulfgar. Are you trying to win my favor for some reason?
Bribe you? Heavens no. This is a simple gift of thanks for solving the mystery of Hunbeort's disappearance. Now, take it and come hither. I have a rousing hunt planned for the two of us. Leave aside talk of politics and shire moats. Let us enjoy the fruits of my land together.
We're hunting or fruit picking?
Both, if you like. Whatever you fancy. I'm generous with the yields of my estate, as you will see. A great bear has been badgering my estate for weeks. I must do away with it, if only to prevent a future tragedy.
You brought me here to hunt a bear?
Yes, and I'm so pleased you agreed to come. I suspect you know better than most that I have what it takes to lead this shire. Though its line of kings is old-ended, the people of this land still teems with life, with promise. But today, the shire languishes. It needs the guidance of new blood.
Like me.
I'm sorry?
I'm the definition of new blood. It may be I should put my name in for Elderman.
There it is, that dark sense of humor. Blunt as a hammer, eh? Like the one carried by your thunder god. I don't recall the name.
Go on.
What I mean to say is, I enjoy the company of your people. Or people like you. What little I've seen of them. And I don't care what stuffy fools like Herefrith and Hunwald say. You Danes are damn decent people. Not dense at all.
Kind of you to notice.
I remember when the Danes first arrived, not long ago. The locals were terrified.
Are we hunting, Ulfgar? Or is it your hope that I'll braid your hair?
Hunting, definitely. The bear's lair should be nearby. How wonderful to see you here. What a pleasant surprise.
What surprise? I came as you requested.
Yes, and how is Grimsby? How are all the other Danes?
I can't speak for all Danes, but I am well, and itching for a hunt as you made plain in your message this morning.
Yes, that's right. Very good. Speaking of Danes, I'd like to introduce you to Eivor. Perhaps you know each other as one Dane to another.
I'm Norse, actually. Something you might learn by asking. Well met, Grim. Glad to have you along.
Hey, Eivor. Did he lure you here as well with the promise of a hunt?
Yes, hunting a bear. That's the point of all this. We're hunting, I promise.
There's a cave just up the hill there. Seems a likely place for a lair.
If the beast is as large as Elfgard claims, it'll take all three of us to bring it down.
I'm game. Let's get a new fur cloak, shall we? There's all manner of beasts in this forest. If we don't find the bear, we'll find something worth our supper.
I have a divine rule over the land on my estate. God shall provide. Have no worry.
This is the threshold of the beast's home. There's no doubting that. That's not a bear. Wolves.
And not a bear in sight.
Algar, Eivor, there's something you'll want to see here.
That smoke! My God! My estate is burning like a twig!
Soon to be a sea of fire.
Eivor! You're skilled enough, and I can't tell you how to handle this, but please! By God, help me with this!
I'm in this fight with you. A clutch of puny Mercians don't frighten me.
My people are fleeing! They must get to safety!
Someone waited until you were away to set your world aflame.
I'll send them
They will
straight to
attack
hell!
inside.
The marauding menacers! Oh, God! No! Out! Out!
Suffer!
You are down! Breathe your last!
Mercian dogs!
The men who would see you burn are dead. Let's get these fires out.
Agreed. What a mess. A sea of ashes. I thank you, Eivor, for doing what you could.
You're a man of many riches, Alfgar. You can rebuild.
To be sure. But I do not look forward to the toil. Sweet Lord in heaven! The bear is returned!
The Shire Moot will start soon. I should return to Lincoln to see that it goes well.
Away! Don't trouble me!
Helga! Careful!
You killed him! Die! Let me handle
Archer, is everything ready?
The Shire Moot will soon begin. Will you join us, Eivor? We'd be comforted by your presence.
Yes, I'm curious to see this Shire Moot for myself. I'll follow. When will the boat begin, Abbess?
12 able lords of Lincolnshire have already cast their stones, but they have reached a tie. 4 votes for each man. It now falls to you to break this impasse.
Me? By whose order?
You have earned the trust of our 3 candidates, it seems. Even our bishop has found a certain fondness for your hardy spirit.
It's an important vote for your people. How would you counsel my vote?
I value competent and righteous leadership, not foolish friends in high seats.
Anyone but Hunwald, you mean?
I love Hunwald as I love my own kin. But I would not put a stone in his care without fearing for the safety of both. I pray that God guides your vote today, and not the devil, as I fear.
How are you, Lord?
Have I heard aright? That you have come to break us from our deadlock?
I have, Lord. Have you any advice before I vote?
Lord Hundbeor was a bold and honest man, if somewhat reckless. I see the same qualities in his son. Therefore, Hunwald is my man.
King Ceolwulf's attendant, aren't you?
Aye. The king sends his love and support. Whatever happens here today shall have his full blessing.
He's learning fast. Good man. Good evening, Alfgard.
Eivor, I hope it's not untoward of me to solicit your support, but I do need it. The vote is closer than a cat's whisker.
It's a difficult choice, Alfgard. Know that I won't make it lightly.
Good, good. But let me say unreservedly that I am the man who will lead Lincolnshire into progress and victory.
I don't doubt your convictions, Lord. Grim, good to see you again.
A hearty hello, Drenger. Seems Britain is getting quite used to the idea of Danes stalking her shores.
Where do you fall in this contest, Grim? Alfgard is a friend of yours, is he not?
He is, and a good man as well. But I cast my stone for the bishop.
The bishop? That's an odd strategy.
These Christians are easy to nudge about. So desperate they are to avoid a good fight, they'll agree to most anything a Dane says.
Þú, við gátum nótt af reykt landa. Munum menn taka nokkurt af veiðiferð, en má gefa þér nokkur pund í móti afflugsfríði, eins og hér.
Jag tvingar sig främst av någon galdredsrelation eller knaua. Och kanske är en man som nästan utom rika till
Was hei uutmit jonne ylkeren denä. On jirde forda alla aappa sinsa erä.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its former glory.
How fare you, Lord?
My prayers are fervent and my will is strong, Eivor. If I am Elderman, I will bring joy to this Shire.
There's more to good leadership than merrymaking. You must be strong and stern and willing to take risks.
Of course, of course. Strength and wisdom and fortitude and all that. I shall rise above the peat moss of mediocrity. Have no fear.
That's good to hear. Bishop.
Eivor, I must thank you for your fearless participation in our moot.
I'm surprised to hear you vouch for me, Bishop.
I surprised myself, to be honest. But I felt it would be a good test of God's faith in my judgment. Under my guidance, this Shire is crawling back from a decade of lawlessness. God knows the love that lives in my heart for the people of Lincolnshire. I pray now that he guides your hand accordingly.
Quite a gambit, Bishop. Mad enough to work, it may be.
Well then, I thank you for what it's worth. God go with you.
3 men, 3 possible futures.
Which of these sad puppets will dance best when you call upon them?
It's not for myself I must cast this stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need?
You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself.
All 3 have strengths and weaknesses. Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good Elderman, but a faithful ally? Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need. The bishop can be stuffy and wallows in Christian piety. But he is wisest of the 3, and has already proven himself. Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good Elderman, but a faithful ally? I should speak with more people before I decide. Three men, 3 possible futures.
Which of these sad puppets will dance best when you call upon them?
It's not for myself I must cast this stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need?
You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself.
All 3 have strengths and weaknesses. Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good Elderman, but a faithful ally? I choose Alfgar. He is sturdy and competent, and his wealth will be a boon.
It is decided. By the grace of God, the new Elderman is Lord Alfgar of Lincoln.
God has spoken, and his voice is a clarion call. As your Ealdorman, I will work to better this Shire, to foster peace between its people, and to serve our king. I bless you all.
Let us all raise our cups. A toast to our new Elderman. As all well know, This Shiremoot's decision is not final, but advisory. It now falls to our newly anointed King Ceolwulf to ratify our choice. To this end, we need not worry. Ceolwulf is a friend to Saxon and Dane alike, and he is sure to approve the results. Our good and noble friend, Arthelswith.
A septic rot has overtaken this Shire. A sickness for which there is only one cure.
Your Grace! What is this?
Nobles of Lincolnshire, stand fast!
For the glory of the ancients, leave none alive!
Steel yourself, Hunwald.
Another battle!
Grab any arm you can!
God deliver us from this evil!
You!
Men of Lincolnshire, stand firm! Kill these traitors!
How that guard will...
To hell with you!
Time to die!
Bastard Bishop. What's his endgame? Your troubles begin early, Alfgar.
We'll find and kill that man.
To think such carnage could happen in Lincoln.
The grief Tusser can't have gone far. Raise a feared and march against what men he has left.
Agreed. Hunwald, will you fight with me?
I will. For the sake of Lincolnshire, I bloody will.
I am at a loss for words. A trusted man of the cloth. I will pray for these martyrs, and tend to the remaining wounded, until the last man walks free.
Be well, Archer.
And you, Eivor. May God, or the gods, protect you.
The Valkyries have little to choose from. So many innocents cut down.
Herefrith, the bog rat, the shit-eater. The devil has him, that's plain to see.
Bloody murderer! Our Shire! What remains? My heaven awaits.
Such carnage I've never seen. That twisted bishop must pay the devil his due.
What news?
We have learned that Herefrith occupies a fort at Anacastra, south of here. An eager fear awaits my voice to lead him into battle. Will you ride with us?
I've gone some days without a proper siege. Lead on.
To the camp, then, and onward to Anacastra. Follow, if you will.
Herefrith was a friend of my father's and always so dear to me. I don't understand what possessed him.
He invoked the name of an ancient order before his men attacked. I know exactly what possessed him.
Do you?
It's not a story for now.
This will send waves of disgust through all the parishes of Mercia. Herefrith is a new and ugly stain on the bishopric.
Your Christ was an interesting man, if a little soft. But stranger still, I've met so few Christians like him.
Today has been a boon, Eivor. In spite of everything, I now know my father's spirit still burns within me. It's thanks to you I know this. When songs are sung of the day Lincolnshire was saved, your name will ripple through every stanza.
Don't be hasty, Hunwald. One verse of our song remains unsung. The din of battle beckons.
You pagans and your appetite for battle. I certainly don't share it. I worry what diabolical feast the bishop has in store.
Don't let that poxy bishop worry you. With Eivor beside us, he'll be victuals before long. How has Atcha taken all this? She and Herefrith were so close.
She must feel as though the devil himself attacked her monastery. The poor lady.
We spoke briefly. Her spirits were low, but her work carried on. I think she'll be fine.
Manipulated by a man who should be...
Who's fetching the turf this time, eh? Don't want to freeze to death here.
Our camp is just here. When the Feared is ready, we'll attack with speed.
The sooner the better. Herefrith will entrench deeper with every passing hour.
Our warsmith has arrived. The Fyrds are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this battle with the small number you see assembled here?
If they fight as strongly as they smell, we'll claim victory.
Then we'll have no cause for worry. We should attack soon, before the bishop can muster more troops. What do you think, Eivor?
We attack now. Ready the Fyrd.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
For the glory of Lincolnshire!
The best way to breach is with a battering ram. I should help it along.
With me! Arrows coming!
Shields up! Take cover! Race! Race! Look out! Take cover! Bless you, Eivor. Shields up! Miles! Look out! Shield!
the thing. Get behind if you can.
I got him! My thanks, Algar!
Hereford has gone mad. You, point me to the bishop. No one else need die today.
He's in the chapel there, hiding away. Scabrous coward.
Let no one leave that church without facing judgment.
Sed tibi ere saints. Non vivet in ignorantia. I'm going to smash you!
Get back here and face me!
To respite, Lord, please. Our battle is lost.
Continue the work of God, my boy! Kill this pagan!
Ich wusste, das sollte mir kommen.
I died the day I hid behind these robes, this cross. To bring the light of my order to a wider view, I debased myself. Clawed my way to the top of this common religion, full of common men. I should have lived as the ancient dead. That's the folly of mankind, Hereford.
We wallow in our failures like happy pigs in a sty of shit. We should have learned to enjoy it.
Condemnabitur. Worse than rabid dogs?
Eivor! You fought as one possessed by a demon today.
Herefrid may yet have allies in Mercia, members of his secret order. But the immediate danger is past.
You have my deepest thanks, Eivor. To you I owe all my future happiness and prosperity.
You're a good fit for Eldon, Elfgard. Just make sure you put the Shire's needs above your own.
Of course. I'd not be the man I am today without this land, these people.
It's a shame Hunwald was not fit to don his father's boots. But he can bring joy to the people here.
Treat him well.
Yes, about that. I believe he has a somewhat different idea of his future. You should talk to him.
About?
Until next we meet, Eivor. The strength of Lincolnshire is yours, should you need it.
We are bonded now. Your people and mine.
I have found better friends in Danes, to be honest. Swanborough is my love, and you are a better friend to me than any here. Would it be an imposition to ask... Well, could we live with your clan? Swanborough and I. It would mean so much to her. And to me.
Of course you may. We'd be happy to host you, Ferocious Swan. And your charming Dane. Come when it suits you.
Oh, yes! I'll pull my weight, I promise. And fight when needs be, and I won't drink more than I'm allotted.
You fight with us, Hunwald, and you can drink as much as you like.
Thank you, Eivor. This means... it means the world to me.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
I can't believe I survived that.
I mean this with the... Utmost love, my friend. Neither can I.
The blood and splinters flying through the air. The blood and viscera. Absolutely poetic.
There, Hunwald. Take deep breaths. Perhaps I can find you a jar to take the edge off.
I should talk to Hytham about my next targets.
Better let me go or you won't like what happens.
Hey, Eivor! Eivor, hey!
Eivor.
Lincolnshire is a friend to us.
Wonderful news. And who is our ally there?
Alfgar is now Ealdorman of Lincolnshire. I believe he will be a good friend to our clan.
Good. I hope he is a man we can trust.
Hey, my boy. Looks like I have a new letter.
You and Petra chasing a white elk in the woods high as Wispy Cloud?
Impressive. Never seen anything like it. Got something new for you.
I have to go.
Say hi to Petra if you see her.